Hello, everyone, and welcome to today. How are you? I hope you're okay and you've had a better day than the last. Today, I'm going to take you on a journey with me, and at the end of it, we're going to review how that implies to us. So, let's go. For a lot of us, we start with this. We'll start with a place of lack of knowledge. And for those that are willing and eager to learn, we begin to explore those opportunities that are around us. We show that willingness. We reach out to anybody we think might be willing to show us the way forward. Is it about a job? Is it about a skill? IT, maths, accountancy. It doesn't matter what it is. We try and reach out for it. And every single time we do, we're met with stumbling blocks. Sometimes some of these stumbling blocks almost come across as though you are not going to get past this one because you have the door slammed straight in your face so hard that it shatters you from the inside out. And you're left thinking, why am I so hated? Is this what is destined for me? Is this why I've been created to constantly fail? Some of us, we dust ourselves up and go again. We look back and think, I hope that thing that just happened doesn't happen again. But it's constantly playing at the back of our mind that we approach the next person with caution, and we always think that this person is going to let us down. And they do exactly that, let you down. And now you're scarred twice. And having been scarred twice, you're thinking, I'm not doing this again. This feeling of rejection is so hard to bear. But no, you get somebody from the sideline that goes, keep going. Keep going because you're built better than this. For some of us, turn around and go, we're not having this. For others, we go, why not? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. And you do exactly that. You keep going. You get up again. You meet the next person. And you meet the next person. And you're faced with failure upon failure upon failure upon failure. And then this happens. Somebody sees that drive that you've got, that hunger. You might not exactly know what you're talking about because your experience have put you in a position where you feel like you need to sell yourself more than what you actually know. But they take the shot on you. And that skill you didn't have. That ability to build that computer, putting the screws in the wrong places initially, putting in the wrong code, taking photos that are quite wonky, taking videos that look like they're from the 20s with the best gears. You begin to make those little tweaks here, tweaks there, and you get confident and confident. And now you're at a point where you don't have to talk too much to be able to evidence what you know. What you now do is let your skill do the talking. Can you see the shift here? And what does that remind you of? It reminds me of the childhood story. For every one of us, we're born with no knowledge. We're born into a world by our parents who are our guidance. We've got no idea what we're going into. We've got a blank canvas, and we approach this world with curiosity and hunger. And every moment we wake up with a smile on our face. Sometimes it's tricky because certain things happen to us. There's a pain inside of us that we can't quite work out. And we cry out to the people around us that we hope would have the answers, but they don't. They're looking at us thinking, what are you talking? What's going on? I'm like, well, why can't you figure it out? You're meant to figure it out. I'm not meant to figure it out. I've got a pain. I want you to understand this cry. And they can't. But instead, they try different things. Think you're hungry. Think you need burping. Think that you need a bath. Think that you need to be walked. Think they do all of these things. And eventually they figure it out. This cry means this. This cry means that. And you grow through the early years. And you try to walk and you fall. You try again, you fall. For some children, they're like, nope, I'm gonna be cautious here. For others, they're like, no, I'm not giving up. And then go through the educational system. You fail sometimes, and then you get people, some teachers go in, you're terrible at this. And that's what sinks inside of you. If you're lucky enough to have a parent that goes, you know, you got this right. You may have not quite made it there, but that doesn't quite define you because you're actually clever. You might not be academically the best, but do you know you're quite strong at doing this? And then you try your hands on that. More practical skills, buildings, computers, building houses, whatever it is that you put your hands into. And then you realize that you're not as stupid as everybody else make you out to be. For some people, it's a skill that happens pretty early. For others, it takes a little bit longer for you to figure out that, okay, I've been in IT all this time. I wondered why I was struggling. I wonder why I kept losing. I wonder why it kept not making sense to me. I've been through so many training and still don't get it. When in fact, your strength were more in being able to convey a message to people. Convey a message to people that are like-minded with your experience of going through difficulties as a person with an additional need, additional struggle. How did you make it when majority of the people out there is saying, if you got a sight difficulty, your life's gonna be difficult. Just you might as well just pack it in now because life for people like us, nah, there's nothing there. Have you got an impairment of any other kind and people are telling you, mate, I don't think we're gonna make it. The life is not designed for people like us. There is always somebody that believes that it is not designed for them because of the hardship that they've had to go through, because of the rejection upon rejection upon rejection. For some people, they're able to see that rejection as fuel to keep going. That teacher that said, your future is doomed. Some people saw that as fuel to say, I'm going to show you otherwise. I'm going to show you that mine isn't. I'm going to show you that I'm better than what I've got right now. Going through the educational system at an early age, I would say it wasn't easy because at that age you feel there's so much pressure for you to bend to certain expectations, especially when you have to repeat a certain class and the people that you're meant to be with are now ahead of you, and you're like filled with that level of shame, that level of guilt. How in the heavens did I let myself down? And the people around me, you put so much pressure on yourself. And then life turns around in a way that means that, right, your plans was always to go into university and you don't quite make it because of one reason or the other. And life takes over. You have children, but you still have that desire. I'm going to go regardless. And eventually it happens, but it's not easy. But as you're going, you have a certain dream, and your dream is that I am going to wear that gown. You consistently watch people before you that have done it, and you're like, I'm going to do that no matter what happens. I'm going to do it. The end is always in sight. Every single time you feel like life is difficult, you go back and watch that. I'm going to do that. Go again. You push through the assignment, push through the next assignment, push through the next assignment. First year's gone, second year's gone. And before you know it, you're in the TED. Like, oh, almost at the finish line. You spend more time watching it, doing it, watching it, doing it, watching it, doing it. And then you arrive. The very day you've been waiting, praying for, eventually arrives. Done it. That thing that looked so impossible now has been achieved through hard work, dedication, but most importantly, believe. Believe in your ability when nobody else thought that you could. Believe in your ability when The people, the teachers before you told you that you could not achieve that. It has now happened. And every time life gets hard, you look back to those times where things looked almost impossible. You remember how you got through it. The journey of that man was me. And I can honestly say till this day, I look back and I smile. I smile because it was always a pipe dream. It was a dream even when it looked impossible. It was a dream that I always had, and then achieving it was just incredible. And we all have those dreams. A dream to set up our company, a dream to educate ourselves in certain backgrounds, a dream to travel to a different country, a dream to have our family and enjoy time with our family, a dream to enjoy what life gives us, a dream to be well, and a dream to commit to ourselves even when it looked impossible. But the answer to this has to start with you. Because nobody else can believe in yourself like you do. To some people, it might come across as delusional, but that's okay. Sometimes some people would say, don't say it to somebody else. Others would say, speak it out into the atmosphere because that way it becomes real. Whatever your belief is, believing in yourself is the first step to accomplishing the outcome that you want. I know that because I did it. I'm not here to say I'm a multimillionaire and all that sort of stuff. That's not the story. Because there is a story that's not always said, and it's that story of belief. Because we live in a world right now where a lot of people have lost self belief and they need that again. Just like a child, we get up when we fall down, we get up and we try and figure things out. We're not ashamed because we've just fallen down. We get up again and we try and go. Yes, we feel like, oh my days, what does that mean? That feeling is uncomfortable. But we get up and we try again. And it makes sense after a little while. What's your story? Share so that we can all learn from it. Until next time, guys, you make sure you look after yourself and you stay safe. It has been Kings. Peace. Bye for now.